Okay, sorry everybody, we had technical difficulties. When Heather detached, she actually ended the stream instead of detaching. So we're rejoining. I do apologize. We'll see if anybody joins back in. Yeah, we got one person back in. We'll see if everybody jumps back into the stream. Sorry everybody, if anybody gets back in. Oh, we got two more back in.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. After technical difficulties, we had 85 people in, and then suddenly they're none. Yeah, Heather disconnected and hit end stream instead of just disconnecting, so it shut the stream down. So sorry. Depends on how many people we get back in here. I was planning on doing a drawing. We'll do a draw tonight. 13, 14. Okay, everybody's finding it. Heather accidentally ended the stream. We'll give everybody a mulligan, right? She could have just closed the browser window, but she accidentally hit end the stream, so it shut the live stream down. And there's no way to resume a closed stream, so you have to rebuild a fresh one. Anyway, we got 17 more of us in here. I haven't seen any comments pop in. Throw some comments, everybody. Not seeing any comments coming through. Hopefully the screen has reattached properly. Live chat replay is in there, so it should work. Should work. Yeah, it's live. There it goes. Still not seeing any comments. Oh, there's the comments. There they are. Made it back. Made it back. Mike came back. Boomer moment. You got it. Oopsie. That's one way of getting rid of him. That's right. Nathan made it back. Dave made it back. Linda made it back. All right. It looks like all the usual suspects are back in here. We got 22 of us in here. 25. All right. We're picking up a few more. Pardon the technical interruptions. Oh, you're going to torque it, is you?
I will.
He's torquing
it in there.
He's torquing.
So a little tip for everybody. If you look right here.
If you can get in close enough, yeah.
See that number?
It's got a number on it.
I've written the torque for this bolt. I've also written the color here.
That's why you needed a Sharpie.
It here.
Okay, so he wrote the torque specs on the case and on the parts, so he knows for future reference.
So I don't have to look it up again.
Right. What I usually do, I do a similar thing with usually a grease marker or a Sharpie. Is I'll mark a line across my bolt and the nut, or like the shaft and the nut. That way, I have an alignment mark.
But these things are notoriously
not necessarily correct. Yeah. Todd made it back from Canada. All right. Brent made it back. Cool. The bad guy made it. Kevin said he was fat. No, gravitationally challenged, Kevin. You're gravitationally challenged. I'm vertically challenged. You're gravitationally challenged. Okay, we got 25 of us in here.
I don't deny it.
We got rid of the chaff. I'll give a few more minutes to see if anybody else joins in. We had 80 something before the disruption. Serenity made it back. Cool. I'll do a drawing tonight. Anybody want some cannonball swag? I've got one shirt left. I showed that earlier in the live stream. It's the limited edition Cannonball shirt. I'm going to drape this over Kevin's head while he's working. Cannonball, and it's got the dates and places. This is the limited edition that is not available anywhere anymore. This was only available at the event with the city names and places and all that on the back. Anyway, I've got that. It is a size XL. It's the only thing I've got left. And then what else do I have? I got stickers. I got bottle openers. I've got the clear transfers that you probably saw on my scooter on the windshield. This goes on white. There's nothing, when you peel the stuff away, it's two layers. You got the sticky one on the back, and then you peel the face of it away. I got this in white and also in black. Give away some swag. I have got a fancy Cannonball head bottle opener. Neat little thing. And what else? I've got a bunch of the round Cannonball 23 stickers. So I'm going to start doing some drawings here. Why not? Why not, indeed? We got 29 of us in here. Cool. Let's get up to 30, and I'll give you a hashtag. Name of the game is type in the hashtag that comes up on the screen. You got to type it in exactly as it's shown. So the pound sign and whatever the words or letters are, with no spaces. It doesn't matter whether it's uppercase or lowercase. You just have to get everything in there, all the letters, all the characters, no spaces. So go forward, not backward. Yeah, there you go.
I get it both ways.
It's bad to turn them backwards, generally speaking. Okay. All the important people are here. You got it. Okay, trying to catch up. I think everybody's here. Oh, John. Okay, XL is your size. All right, let's see who gets lucky. Cannonball 23 sticker. Got knocked off. Yeah, Bob. She accidentally hit end stream instead of just closing the browser on her side. So minor technical challenge. We're back up to 33 people. We had 75 or 80 in here before the disruption. Hopefully everybody else figures out that we're back on the air. Okay. Hit that like button. Yeah, you bet. Next stream. X-Max is the only Yamaha scooter in Canada. Really? So you don't even have the Zuma 125? That's crazy. Figured that'd be a fun one up there. Looking out. Okay, so I think I got all the comments. All right, cool. So tonight's hashtag. Let's see if we can get to this. Let's refresh. Oh, is it going to go? All right, here we go. All right, so there'll be a 5-minute countdown on this. The first one, what's the first giveaway going to be? What are we going to give away first? We going to do swag, or are we going to go straight for the big one, the shirt? Anyone? Anyone? Preferences? Let me see if I can get all the windows set where they need to be set so I can present it properly and not be a boob. Don't see anybody commenting on whether they want shirts or anything. Oh, stickers. Stickers first. Okay. All right. So stickers is going to be the first giveaway. We'll give away, well, we'll do 2 or 3 rounds of those, and whoever wins, you need to send me your email address, or send me your address via my email, quasimotard@gmail.com. Shirt last. Okay, good point, Nathan. Good point. Let's do the first hashtag is gonna be. Let me get over to the right screen. Oh. Okay, here it is. 3, 2, 1, go. Shredded CVT. Hashtag shredded. 2 Ds.
We'll
SHR.
pieces.
Yeah, we'll even send you some rubber with it. Some souvenir material. The Kevlar strands out of this. Hashtag shredded CVT. Couldn't think of anything else. Why not? There'll be a countdown. Oh, the chat is messed up for this one. I got to fix that because the chat changed. The chat changed. I can fix it. I can fix it. I can fix it.
You're the IT professional.
I don't know about professional now. Easy, easy, easy.
If YouTube was a you good.
We might get some reverb here. I don't want the reverb to happen. Oh, come on now. Come on. See.
Your unfixed neck. Can you hold my brake?
I can hold the brake momentitos, sir. Yeah. YouTube chat. We're still waiting on everybody to get that in there. We got a few more minutes of the countdown here. There we go. All right. So we got a handful of people in there. shredded CVT. We got 10 entries in it. That's good. I got 11. I need another beer. I've run dry. Okay, I'm going to hold the break while you guys type. You got 3 more minutes to get that in there, and we'll do a couple more giveaways. Break. Just the break. Okay. Just the breaks, man. Just the breaks. All right. Is typed it?
Ain't gonna hold it.
No. You're going to have too much compound leverage. Just hit it with the torque gun. It'll be fine.
Trying to get it.
It'll be fine. I don't have a CVT holder. I need to get one.
I thought about bringing mine too.
I do not have a CVT holder.
Well, we all have CVT holders.
Well, yeah, it just depends on what you got.
If you want to use these.
Oh yeah, Herbert, you got to get the hashtag in the front of it, or the drawing tool doesn't catch it. It doesn't count you. So hashtag shredded CVT. That's right. Hit the like button for extra luck. You got it right, Serenity Key.
The like button gives you an extra entry that we don't count.
That's right. All right. Got about another 2 minutes in there. We'll sit here and chat and play around. No CVT tool. Nice. Nice.
We just use our bare hands.
That's right. We'll just muscle it. All right. So I will talk about, between the next drawings, I will talk about another giveaway that I'm going to do, but that's the one that I alluded to in my vlogs that I want to raffle. Go ahead. You want me to hold that?
Yeah, if you guys.
I can hold the belt. We've got 1:30 on the clock for the stickers. I'll send you a couple different sizes of stickers. I got big ones and little ones. Okay, I got it. That's it. I think you're pretty good. Maybe one more hit. Okay. You're good. Up. Yep. Perfect. About 50 foot-pounds right there. Okay. 1:06 on the clock. So anyway, between the next drawings, I'll talk about the one that I want to raffle off, and I'll even show it to you. It's going to be a good raffle. I think somebody would really enjoy having this. I would hope so. I ordered one too many of something before the cannonball because of an unfortunate ordering mishap, and there was no way for me to send it back before the return interval. So now I'm stuck with it, and I would rather figure out a way to get it to somebody else. But I don't really want to take a $600 and something bath, so I'll go ahead and spill the beans for how much it costs. $600, over 600. It's on there. Okay, 22 seconds. You can't see anything. Nope, you won't be able to see anything during the drawing. I didn't have that camera window up. It's just the chat and you guys typing. 14 seconds, and we'll go to the draw window. All right, almost done. One, ding, ding, ding. Okay, and now I will run the draw. See who gets the sticker pack. Daniel. All right, Daniel. It always hangs weird on somebody's name and makes you get your hopes up all of a sudden. So Daniel wins a pack of stickers. Daniel, send me an email to quasimotard@gmail.com. Give me your shipping address, and I'll put these out, post to you early this week, hopefully. Okay, so now back to live chat. Give us a little window on the world here. And the one that I will show is the next, not the next drawing. This will be the raffle that we'll talk about later. We're going to do another round for a bottle opener and transfer stickers. And then we'll do the t-shirt after that. But in the meanwhile, I will bring up some chats and comments here. Here we are. All right. Can you see now, Nathan? Okay, so what do we got? What do we got? Let me switch over. I'll show you full screen. This is going to be not a draw for tonight, just to whet your appetite for all 44 of you that are still in here. We're going to go to full screen if I can find that layout. Here we go. When I said it's a nice item, I ain't joking around, kids. Pack Talk Edge Duo. This is the dual pack of the Edge communicators. These were purchased through a promotional thing on Cardo. Cardo actually sponsored me or put me on their media influencer program just before the Cannonball, and I ended up ordering 2 sets from Amazon, and then the next day, Cardo offered to sponsor me. And I said, great, I'll order 2 sets from you and I'll return the stuff on Amazon. Well, unfortunately, the stuff coming from Cardo took 2.5, almost 3 weeks to reach me, and there was no shipping notice or anything. And I'm like, crap, I can't send this other stuff back because I need the Cardos for the trip. And I ended up with 4 sets of these damn things. I managed to send one of them back, but I ended up with 3 sets total, 6 communicators. I only need 2, maybe 3. Tyler, one of the guys that rode with me on the Cannonball, he's got one of them. I'm just going to let him have it because he suffered through the Cannonball with me, and I broke his turn signal when I ran into him on day 1. That's another story. Anyway, $650 for these, $630 for a pair. Yes, and these are brand new. Notice that they are labeled as, well, if it comes out, Quasi-Motard Spare 1, Quasi-Motard Spare 2. So I updated the firmware, got them all programmed up, ready to ride. But the helmet kits haven't been opened; they're fresh. So this is going to be raffled off. I'm going to figure out a way to get people in the game, get them excited about winning $600 worth of fun communicators. Hopefully, someone's interested, and maybe I'll sell dollar swag tickets or something like that, so I can do an unofficial raffle. So that's that.
Enter.
Hey, anybody can enter.
I'm not going to.
Anybody can enter because it's a random draw. I have no control over it. Anywho, cool. Dave, thanks for driving out and seeing us at the finish line. That was so cool to meet you in person. You drove up 5 hours to come visit everyone at the finish line? That was cool. Go Pam. That's right. The customized PCX. Oh yeah. You got to see the post drop carnage. That was good stuff. Grommen. Yeah, nice headset, eh? I ended up with way too many of those. I'll skip this one. You have the Edge. Okay. Well, I'm not giving that one away tonight. I'm going to try to do a raffle on that one just because it was $600. But we'll do some more sticker giveaways. I've got a pen, which is one of those lapel pens. You shove it in a jacket or a bag or whatever. Metal, nice. Cannonball 23. Then I've got various sticker packs. Those are going to be next up. I've got a patch, sew on. It's not an iron on. No, that's a sew on. Medium stickers, whittle bitty stickers, and some larger stickers. So the sticker packs that I'm going to give away, I'll have one of each size in there, and that's the next drawing. So catch up on comments. We'll run another giveaway here. Just bought a Rebel 300, loving it. Yeah, it's a great commute bike, isn't it? What kind of fuel economy are you seeing, and how long are your commutes? How fast are you going, and what's the distance? Okay, what do we got? Joker, yeah. These are the brand new ones. They do have much better mesh if you ride with other riders. The mesh communication is much clearer than the first version. I'm pretty impressed with them. What do we got? Okay, we got 39 people in here. So we'll get geared up for the next giveaway. Give me a moment.
How many likes are?
I didn't see. I got to look.
You do a hype train. Well, we're getting 30 likes.
Yeah, I gotta get X number of likes, or I'm not giving this out. Hold it ransom. Got 42 people in. I can't see how many likes. It doesn't tell me.
It's all right.
I don't care.
I was just making.
I don't care. 5560, about 30 miles. Oh yeah, you should get insane fuel economy on that 300 at that rate. You're probably up in the mid to high 70s mile per gallon, right? Less than 35 a day. Yeah. Todd Harrison. Yes, your messages are getting through. Did you say something before, Todd? I'm looking. It's the name your mother gave me. That's the previous one I saw. What else did you say, Todd? Shredded. Yeah, you got in on the drawing, Todd. Yep, you should be in here. I see you. You're talking. Okay, so we got how many in? 41. We'll start another draw for various Cannonball swag and stickers. I should have gotten more of this stuff when I was there. All right, I'll give it, I'll just start it now. It's 9:05. Good time. Why not? Make sure the windows are primed for it. They are. And I will go back over here. There is your next hashtag. Hashtag sticker pack. Toss it in there. I'll send you a bunch of Cannonball stickers. Free of charge. U.S. Postal Service. Hopefully they get it to you in one piece without parking their truck on it or setting a coffee cup on it. Sticker pack.
Or opening it and reading it all.
Opening it and reading it. Pulling the stickers apart, putting their fingerprints all over them, sticking them back.
Selling it on eBay. Boy, this Postman 69 sells a lot of stuff on eBay.
Exactly. With a name like Postman, you might think he works for the mail service.
Newman.
So you lost a bolt today, yes?
I did.
Okay, so in the grass today, he did lose a bolt somewhere. Did you look in the toolbox over here? Okay. So somehow he lost one of his CVT cover bolts.
It's just a...
It's not going to hurt it.
Yeah, it's just a cover.
Yeah. Hey. Got the yawns. It's beer time. You guys keep typing. Hey, Lears! Hey, buddy! Haven't seen you in tonight. Lears is in here. How's it going, bud? Travis is still in the game. Kia is in the game. They already got their swag, but they can always use more stickers, right? What else? Let's see what we got. Any other comments that I missed? It's a wee buck. Waiting on a new seat to deliver before you venture out for an hour and a half. Butt goes numb. Yeah. What did you say? Which 300 is it? Did you say Rebel 300? I got to go back to your comment.
Yep.
Rebel 300. Yeah, the Rebel seats are not that great. What you might do while you're waiting on a seat is if you need, temporary comfort, whatever, get an Airhawk Cruiser Large. It fits those seats pretty well. And you can adjust the air pressure up, down. Even if you run them flat with no air pressure in them, the mesh cover on it helps you to not get, sweaty butt in the back of your legs and all that. It helps with the airflow.
Yeah, wonderful.
2.5 minutes on the clock. I'm grabbing another beer. You guys keep typing.
Watch me.
No, they're not watching. There's no camera on that screen.
You can listen to me both things.
Ooh.
Laying on my side.
They're probably going to go fizz as soon as I crack them open. You'd be surprised. 0. Ooh, that's a cold beer. That is just right at the freezing point. I almost had a beer sickle. Okay. Any comments I missed? All right, time to drag out that metal detector. Yeah, we're not going back to that place on the highway. No way. Minute 30 on the clock.
it's not worth the 83 cents in metal that I need to order.
Yeah, exactly. Joker says Mustang Tripper seat. Okay, cool. Mustang Tripper. Yeah, I've heard pretty good thing about those Mustang seats.
Yep, they are good.
I think Life of Birch has a Mustang on his. I'm not sure. Several of the guys at the Birch meetups have had Mustang seats on their bikes. I think Fran, FXS on here, he was in the previous stream. I think he's got a Mustang on his. I'm still rocking the factory seats on my Rebel. The factory one, original factory one, I put the Airhawk on top of, and I use that for my touring seat. And then for running around town, anything less than 2 hours, I've got the custom forward seat from Honda, which is a little bit deeper dish bucket in it for more sporty riding, but puts pressure on my sit bones after a long ride. Okay, so for some reason that window has not updated, but it says 17 over here. I don't know why. Okay, it's 15 seconds on the clock. Yeah, that's weird. It wasn't updating in this window over here, but there were 17 entries. 5 seconds on the clock. Sticker pack. All right, time's up. We draw. Somebody's going to get small, medium, large stickers and a transfer sticker and whatever else I can throw in that little envelope. Robbie, gonna get more swag. Robbie, did you get your swag from the Cannonball? Because you had to quit the game early. That was so unfortunate, but you definitely came through as a hidden savior. All right, back to live chat and wrenching. Grumpy Artist is a new subscriber. Awesome. Seeing some new subs coming in.
Welcome, Grumpy.
Robbie's got a sticker pack. Robbie, I'm going to send you that patch, too. Do you want that patch? I have to be honest about this patch. Freely received, freely given. I found this on the ground during my live stream at the finish line. It's a fabric, nicely sewn patch. It was laying on the ground as I was walking through the hotel area. So somebody dropped it. I have no idea who dropped it, but I picked it up and put it in my pocket so it wouldn't get trampled. Somebody else gets it now. Cool. I'll send you the patch. All right. So we'll chat for another couple of minutes. I'll get prepped up for the next... I'll get set up for the next quick draw. I will give away more stickers, and this combo pack is going to have all the stickers that you saw before, plus the Cannonball head bottle opener. I'm take it out of there. Get a better shot at it. I don't think I've got anything else I can give away tonight other than Cannonball swag. It's nice. It's metal. And I could have used it to open this, but I've already opened this. You could have had Quasi Slime on it.
Give away Gatorade Zero.
Quasi Beer Slime. Has Kevin ever ridden any of my manual bikes? No.
I tried.
Well, you rode the Rebel, but that's not manual. They're talking.
That's true.
They're talking clutched.
No. It's been a very long time since I've ridden a manual bike. Very long time.
Bag Chase got the package. Cool, man. Glad you got it. Did everything look good for you? Oh, he shredded a CVT belt on the way down here tonight or today. You know, he left Austin early this morning around, I don't know, 7 o'clock, something like that. And he made it an hour and a half down the road, got about halfway here, and called me before I had even had my shower and said, I think my CVT belt just blew. I was like, oh, crap. So I had to go rescue him on the side of the road. I did a live stream of that. You can find that on the channel. It's 2.5 hours of me driving out there to get him, and then we went to eat lunch and drove back. So we were planning on doing this stuff here tonight anyway. We just didn't anticipate the first belt swap on the road. So Love the ADV150. Hey, Lears. Power delivery smoother than the ADV160, which only has 250 miles. Yeah, I'm sure it probably needs to break in a bit. So, Lears, you are the new pro in the conversation here. If you've got an ADV150 and a 160, you are the de facto information source. Oh, that didn't sound good.
I would applaud.
Can I help? What was it? Oh,
His pride.
lost a plate in the kitchen. So yeah, that's interesting. He's got a 150 and a 160. Cool. Bag chase. The belt had 8,000 miles on it, but it had seen a little bit of trauma beforehand and a lot of hard highway miles. So not uncommon for these things to snap right around 8 to 10,000 if you've been running them hard. He had a previous variator that hand grenaded and probably shortened the belt life. So yeah, bag chase, you got it. We're all waiting for that ADV 350. Honda, if they ever paid attention to any of my videos, they would know that I'm ready to drop cash right now.
You, Honda Pro Kevin.
Everybody. Yeah. 23 X Max 300 is the smoothest ride in the stable. So Lears has got 3. So you've got an X Max 300 also? Oh man, you're my new hero.
You're addicted.
You are addicted. I don't know if I had anything to do with that. If I did, I apologize in advance. But that's a nice stable that you got there. All right. So I'm going to get geared up for the next little draw. We're going to do one more sticker draw, and then we'll do the shirt. There was a couple of people that said the shirt might fit them. So if I can type, my fingers ain't working.
I'm gonna have to chase this one when I get home.
Oh, is it gunked up?
I think it cross-threaded a little bit.
I've got a tap if you need it.
Well, I don't need a tap. I just need a cleaner.
A cleaner, yeah. Mine's I've got a full tap.
Yeah, a tap would be too much.
Yeah, you might end up cutting a whole new bore.
I'll use my cleaner when I get home. No big deal. It ain't going anywhere.
No, don't leave. I'm entertained. No, we're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're going to be here a bit. Let's get back over to the drawing window in a moment. Hey, Fran's back in. Betting you missed the big item. Yeah, no worries, man. No, we didn't do the big item. I'll show you what the big item is, though, Fran. The big item is not going to happen tonight. It's going to be a raffle. I showed it off a few minutes ago. Get my thumb out of the way here. Pack Talk Edge Duo. It's a brand new set. The 2-pack of the Pack Talk Edge. These have only been out of the box just long enough for me to update the firmware and label them, but they've not been mounted to a helmet or anything like that. I ended up with too many of these before Cannonball. I double ordered because I needed to make sure that I was going to have one order or the other, and then I couldn't return it by the time Cannonball finished. So they came out of the package just long enough for me to label them Quasi-Motard Spare 1, Quasi-Motard Spare 2, and they've got fresh software on them and all that, but they're still virgin. I'm going to raffle those. $630. Okay, so the next raffle, or the next giveaway, sorry, not raffle. Next giveaway is going to be a big old pack of stickers, small, medium, large, all kinds of good stuff. And then we're going to give away the shirt. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and draw. Cannonball! Hashtag Cannonball.
Here we go.
2 N's, 2 L's, Cannonball. Throw that in there. If you win the sticker pack, or if you've won anything else here tonight, be sure to send me an email, quasimotard@gmail.com, and send me your shipping address and your online name, please, that you are using in the chat, so I know who to attribute it back to. And I'll get it out to you. Send them out in the mail. I've got another box that I need to send out to Scooter 444 on my Discord server. I was trying to get a box out to him before the weekend, and I just got totally hammered with work. Why are you taping it?
Because it'll rattle and drive me crazy.
He's taping his variator.
No. Okay. It's just this little plastic piece.
Oh, I see.
Because this bolt is in here. It's to the point where
you guys can't see what we're doing. Sorry. I gotcha. So it buzzes.
It still was loose in here.
It buzzes. Yeah.
And it would annoy the crap.
Rattles. Yeah. Anyway,
sorry.
Scooter 444 on my Discord server. I'm going to send him some GoPro cameras, and I haven't had a chance to get that out to him. So he's right up in your neighborhood. He's up there, Round Rock.
He's actually a little further.
Oh, he's further. Okay.
That's all right.
We got 20 entries for Scooter Cannonball. Hashtag Cannonball. Hashtag Cannonball. If you haven't put it in, put it in. Make sure my mic is still powered. No, it's not fast flashing yet. The battery's getting low, but it's still going. Three minutes on the clock. Little duct tape never hurt anything. Nice one looking out. Nice. He's got some white duct tape that he's got.
The reminder.
You'll see it when we go back to camera view in a minute, but it's just a rattle killer that he's got on here because some of these plastic panels tend to buzz and make noise and drive us batty. Beer kicking in. No. I'm not a cheap drunk. I've only had 3 tonight. It takes me at least a dozen to start getting sloppy.
Who had the ADV150?
Lear's on here. He has an ADV150, 160, and the X-Max 300.
All right. So when you go back to the camera, let me know.
Okay. Make it work. You got it. Cheaper than felt tape. Yeah, you got that right, Fran. Felt tape doesn't always work, or it doesn't work for long. It flats out and starts rattling just as bad. All right. Still have 2 more minutes in there. Man, I need to shorten that clock, don't I? I don't even know if I got music on that. Is there music in the background? No. Okay. So next drawing we'll do after this will be for that extra large t-shirt, Cannonball limited edition with the cities on the back. Can't get them anymore. They were only for Cannonball. What else? Looking for anything that I missed in the comments. Dave is saying there's a Navy rider local. It's already blowing blue smoke. Really? Wow, that's crazy, Dave. I wonder, I wondered that about mine. I'm running synthetic oil in my Navy now, and I've noticed that I smell a little bit of oil burning. So I think it's just the synthetic stock is a little too thin and it's seeping by the rings or maybe by the valve guides. I'm not really noticing any smoke per se, but I can smell it. So I might switch that thing back to a semi-synthetic mix. All right, 45 seconds. We'll get out of this one, go back to a camera view. I don't think my Facebook counter is working. I think there have been a few people in here from Facebook. I was just looking at that. The counter on the screen there shows 0 on Facebook, but I think there are a few tuned in. All right. 4 props is in there. Hey, 4 props. Tidestone. All right. 10 seconds on the clicker. We'll draw it out. There's 26 of you in the running. And hopefully whoever needs that extra large shirt's going to get it. All right. Time's up. Draw it. I'll be your Huckleberry. Wes P's World. Hey, Wes. All right. You get a sticker swag pack from Cannonball. Awesome. Send me an email, quasimotard@gmail.com. Be sure to list your name in there, what your handle on YouTube is, West Peas World, and send me your shipping address, and I'll get that out to you. All right. I'm going to go to the full screen, if I can find that. I keep losing that layout. There we go. Cool. All right, so you said when I go back to full screen camera, a question for Lears, if Lears is still on
I
here.
have a question for Lears. I was just going to say that I did pick up this crash bar.
Oh, yeah.
SRS Moto, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
They had 5 of them when I bought it. I think they had 1 left the last time I looked, but this is a very strong. You've lifted the bike up on it.
Yeah, I lifted the front of his bike up with that crash bar to get it over my front step just outside the door.
And the only reason I bought, well, there's 2 reasons I bought it. 3 reasons. 1, to have a crash bar. Not that you ever want to use it. 2 was to put these lights on it because I didn't want to stick them under here where a lot of people do. And 3, highway pegs.
I was going to say, are you going to put highway pegs on there?
Eventually.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
And if you ever get lights, wiring is a pain in the ass. And these wings actually make a big difference if you can find them.
Yeah, I really like the ones that I put on my PCX.
You got a whole thing.
The Daytona side visors really work well for keeping the wind off of me. Right until I dumped it in gravel.
This is enough to get rid of that annoying flapping you get on your jeans or something that you're riding with.
Well, and that chevron right there on the front of these, the PCX is the same way. It's just wasted space. And
on the 160, it already is wider.
Yeah.
I do know that.
So cool.
But these crash bars are wonderful.
Let me go back to comments. Sorry if anybody's saying anything. I have not been looking. I apologize. Rigged! Stop the steal! Let's go to, how's my truck? My truck is still sitting in the driveway. It was quite the scandal over there. I haven't even hit on that one. I guess I could talk about that briefly. The owner of that franchise of Christian Brothers called me multiple times. He started calling me about 2 days after the event, trying to get me to come in there and we'd work it out or whatever. But I was too annoyed and pissed off to even call them or listen to them after the rape job they tried to give me. And apparently they did find the video on YouTube, and because they didn't have my email address, they only had my phone number. And he sent me an email to quasimotard@gmail.com saying, I've tried to reach you multiple times by phone, so hopefully this email reaches you well, blah, blah, blah. And he apologized, and they're wanting to fix the truck for free. Now, I don't know if they're wanting to fix, all the stuff and be out money for parts and all that, or if they just want to do the work that they charged me to do that they didn't do, which was the coolant flush and the oil change. Well, I don't really care. They gave me the money back, the next day or 2 days later, whatever it was. But there's no point in doing a coolant flush on a broken cooling system. It's just silly. And the oil change, I'll go anywhere and get an oil change for $35. So yeah, whatever. If they want to fix it for, $1,000 in parts or whatever it is, that would just make me feel dirty. I would feel, morally compromised letting them do that, especially after I bashed them in public forum. So I'll probably just bury the hatchet with them and say, thanks for reaching out. I appreciate the sentiment, appreciate the offer, but I don't trust your people to do a good job, and we'll just call bygones bygones. But I'm not taking the video down. Everybody should know. Where am I going? Pick him up in the truck. No, I drove down in my car and took tools, and we changed his belt on the side of the road. Okay. Quasi crash dummy. Nice. Crash test dummy. Joker, that's a good point. Whoever asked about the Africa twin seat. I don't remember who that was, but yeah, Africa twin seat Mustang. I didn't know they were making for AT. That's cool.
Oh, Lear.
No, Lear's wasn't asking about the AT. Somebody else was.
No, Lear.
Uh-huh.
I also got the risers. 70 millimeter?
70 millimeter risers. Okay, cool.
170 or 70, one of those two. Huge difference. I'm 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
And
you can see. Did you have any cable length problems?
Only if you're going extreme right, but you're barely ever doing that.
Okay.
I'll always park and do that. But,
Cool.
You know,
What
we've
cables
moved
are
up over time.
what cables are pulling? It's over
Just
on
these ones are here.
okay.
They're not pulling, they're just tighter.
Bicycle bell on the crash bar. That's funny. Earlier today, talking about the NT1100. Keep in mind the seat is something like 32. Yeah, but that's only a little bit taller than my inseam, Fran. You can sculpt out the seat or something if you need to, but I'm used to riding 32, 33-inch bikes, and I just 1 foot them. It's not a problem. But the problem with the Africa Twin and some of those other really tall ones like that, they start out around 34, 34 and a half inches, and I'm not heavy enough to squat that suspension. So that's it. I'm hanging a cheek and, a whole leg off of the side of that thing just to get to the ground. So not cool. But 32 inches is doable. My CB500X is 32 inches. So Joker's up to 5 scoots now. PCX 150, ADV 160, Majesty 400, and Old Faithful genuine Rattler 2-stroke. Nice. Nice, man. That's a hell of a thing. Okay, next drawing wins you all wrenching in the garage or limit. Yeah. Hell yeah. Lears, here it is. Good with the seat and foot positions on the ADV. Would love to see or consider highway pegs for the 23X Max. Cool. Well, I don't know if there are any cage manufacturers for the X Max. It seems like the ADV and the PCXs are a little bit more common, and you can get a lot of these crash bar, full cage stuff that comes all the way back and then up the side rail here for mounting luggage and all kinds of stuff.
For an ADV is a fight.
Yeah. PCX is a little bit more common,
yes,
but all of them seem to come out of the Eastern Bloc countries or Thailand. So that's it. I don't know of anybody that's making cages or guards for the X Max. Are those stock tires, Kevin?
They are not. Those are. Forgot what they are.
He can't remember what they are. No, they are not stock tires. So we'll have to. Pirelli.
Are they Pirelli?
When the front and rear or just rear? When did you change them out?
A couple weeks ago.
They're fresh then.
I know, but I just am not thinking. Pirelli Angels scooter.
Pirelli Angels. Okay. Baba Ganoush is 6'4". Holy hell, you're daddy long legs. Need some mirrors. All you see is your arms. Okay, so you don't want bar ends. What kind of bike, Baba Ganoush? What kind of bike or scoot? You probably just need mirror extenders that you can reuse your factory mirrors. They just step them out anywhere from 20, 30, 40 millimeters, whatever length you want.
Right here.
Yeah, he's got them on there. We'd have to get on a mobile camera to show you, but they're probably 4 centimeters, 2.5, 3 inches, something like that. Yeah, about 2.5 or 3 inches, and it just steps it out to get the edge of the mirror past your shoulder.
Normally, the mirror would be where my finger is,
mm-hmm.
way down here, and it lifted it and then brought it out, maybe 3 inches.
And those are cheap. You can pick those up on Amazon for $8 or $10 a set. Yeah,
and they're aluminum.
Aluminum, yeah.
Aircraft grade aluminum.
James, no, we didn't do the valves yet. We were sidetracked with all the other stuff. We might do the valve clearance later tonight, early tomorrow morning, something. We're not sure yet. We'll get them done. Wrench in the living room. Yeah, hell yeah. It's hot. It's hot here in Houston and definitely hot out in Arizona. When we started this tonight, Joker, it was 103 in the shade outside. Crazy. No, thanks. I don't want to do that. Make friends with a welder. Yeah, I would like to find a shop that does those custom brush guards for trucks and even police cruisers and stuff like that. They might have all the different, metal stock and the bending apparatus and all that. If you could find a cool shop that wanted to work with you, just drop off the bike and say, "Here, do this."
Diamond plate. It's weigh like 300 times.
Yeah, but all you need is just what inch and a half diameter thin wall stuff. I don't want diamond plate. Hell no. Come out of there. Front end of it's totally squatted on the suspension. No more throw. ADV150 wind fairing adder might be interesting, as well as crash bars. Part numbers. So if you got part numbers, Kevin, Lears, I don't know if you're on my Discord server or not. But if not, you might jump on there and we can exchange info.
The links for everything on the Discord.
Okay. Yeah, jump on the Discord server, and Kevin's got all that in there, and you can reach out to us straight through there. But he's got the order numbers and all that stuff.
It's just SRC Moto.
SRC Moto.
In the United States that actually has, that aren't like garbage copies somebody made in the garage.
Gotcha. Okay, so Baba Ganoush says it's a Hitachi Clash 200 Honda Click clone. Okay, so yeah, just it'll be standard 10 millimeter clockwise thread for the mirror extenders. So you can pick those up off of Amazon or anywhere, you know, AliExpress, eBay.
I buy a lot of stuff off AliExpress lately.
Yeah. Hey, Glenn, we're just wrenching in the living room. We already put it back together. We haven't done the valve check on it yet. We'll probably do that in the morning. I'm getting tired. Dave, plastics are the same between the PCX 160 and 150. No, they're not. I think they're a little bit different in the front fairing has got a different profile to it. But the definitely my older PCX 2015, it wouldn't be the same. But those Goldwing kits are kind of interesting looking. Used to work on the stuff in the house. Mini motos in the living room. Not Life of Birch. You got it. New York City feels crazy. Yeah, that's not hot. Down here is hot because we have the humidity. The humidity. I mean, New York City, I guess it can be humid. You know, you're pretty close to the water out there, but yeah, it's brutal down here in the Gulf Coast. Brutal. SRC Moto. Okay, so Lears, here's SRC Moto crash set. Just gotta. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to focus. srcmoto.com. Model number is down here. It's kind of hard to read. It's got, let me see if I can scroll it up. There it goes. There's your model number, Lears. H-ADV150-17-02. $288. Here you go. But jump on the Discord server anyway. We can chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Preston's on here. Hey, Preston, how's it going, man? Finally rebuilt the carbs on the 80 CX500. Sweet. Rebuilt the brake caliper. How about the master cylinder? Did you do the master cylinder yet? Missing some of the felt seals for the throttle and choke shaft. Yeah. Yeah, and also look at your intake boots on those carbs. They might be a little bit rotted. If you can't find remanufactured or reproduction units, you can scuff them up on the outside with Scotch-Brite, clean them up real good with brake cleaner, which is normally not recommended, but you can go back over it with Flex Seal on the outside to seal up any potential air leaks. It's a very nasty, hacky way to do it, but it works. It really works. 83 Goldwing, nice. I had one. I had an 83. Good old machine. GL, that's the 1100. I think they went 1200 in 84. Getting tired? Yeah, we're getting a little tired. Not too bad. Brand new master cylinder. Nice. Yeah, yeah. It's hard to rebuild the old ones, especially if they've gotten pitted from you know, the brake fluid corrosion and all that. Anyway, I've got to get back to the drawing here. I'm forgetting drawing. I'm answering questions. Drawing is going to be for the extra large Cannonball limited edition shirt with the cities on the back upside down because I'm not holding it right. Let's do that one, shall we? And I'll throw some Cannonball stickers in with that one. So I'll answer questions in a moment. Oh, sorry to hear the troubles there, Glenn. That's no good. Baba Ganoush just came back from Corpus. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. This shit ain't friendly down here. It's not kidding around. 4-into-1 has new boots. Okay, cool. There you go. Bag chase, I'll come back to that question. The Navi is a mixed bag. Carburetor sucks, especially with ethanol fuels. I'll give you the honest take on it. I need to do a full honest review on that. I've got a couple of unfriendly honest reviews coming up for the Riker. Everybody knows my feelings on the Riker, but I spill the beans on everything. the Rebel 1100, the Trail 125. I already talked about in a recent ride vlog, but I'm going to carve that out just as an owner's honest review. And the Navi is going to be the next one up. Cool. You found it on Discord. Cool. All right. I'm going to go over to Todd. Sorry if you already checked out. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to do the drawing for the shirt now. It's an extra large Cannonball shirt. Let me get my other window primed and queued up here. I think we'll run this through about 10 o'clock tonight and we'll sign off. So we got about 20 more minutes. I'll do this drawing here first. Okay. I've got my word in there. My word. Where is it? If I can go to my drawing. All right, here we go. Cannonball shirt plus some stickers. And go. Hashtag XLT shirt. And don't mistype now. Don't forget that little I in there. Or the R. I don't want no XLT shits on my screen now. Lears, yeah, we'll talk about that. The CT125. I like mine. I don't really want to get rid of it, but realistically, I just don't ride it much of anywhere, and it's got too many limitations for me to do the stuff that I want to do. I'd hope that it would do a little better in some aspects, but All right, we got 20 people in for that XL shirt. XL t-shirt. Hashtag XL t-shirt.
On the side for Leaders again, Puig actually has the first windscreen that's official from a company.
Joker, you mistyped. Put it in again. You put CL t-shirt. It's XL. Joker, redo it. Sorry.
So the Puig windshield is 21429, and they have 3 shades.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know when we're going to be able to get them in the United States, but I can order it from Europe.
Order it from Europe, yeah. Hopefully it's not another GV quality control number 20 or whatever that asshole's name was that sent my GV screen to me without one of the mandatory rubber grommets to mount it.
Don't know until I get it.
Yeah.
So apparently it's going to be slightly taller than the windshield that I currently have with the attachment.
You know, I'm surprised that Madstad hasn't made a screen for it.
I've asked them repeatedly, and they said, "No, we need to have one here for 2 weeks."
Yeah, they need a bike to pattern off of. Right, I get that.
I'm like, I can get you one.
Yeah,
but they don't want me to give them.
Huh, interesting.
Same with National Cycle. They won't even attempt it.
National Cycle is a pretty big outfit. It's harder to work with those companies. Madstad is pretty good to work with. I was their first windshield for the Riker. I think I was the first one. I was probably one of the first 10 that they had sent out because they were still testing with owners to see how the fitment was working out. So I made some private videos and sent it to them showing some fitment issues, and they sent me new spools and a new mounting block and different stuff, and it worked out perfect.
Yeah, they went from aluminum, straight up aluminum, to black aluminum on the amounts.
Yeah,
which was nice, but I was before that.
Yeah. All right, we got 2:08 left on the clock. If you haven't put in hashtag XL t-shirt in there, go ahead for an extra large Cannonball limited edition, never to be seen again t-shirt. Put that in there. I'm looking through the comments. Love the trail, don't want to. Yeah, Glenn, you and I have talked about that. The trail is fun. It's got a few too many limitations, I think. And they're becoming more common now, so they're not as they're not rare as hen's teeth like they used to be. So now we don't have the ability to scalp our rare 21 trails for $7,000 or $8,000 like we could before. All right. Still another minute on the clock. Minute and 10. I'm looking through the list here for anything that I missed early. 6 bikes and 5 scoots, Joker. Gonna have to thin down. Yeah, oh, plus 2 dirt bikes. Yeah, I was up to 26 bikes for a short time, not directly by choice. It just kind of worked out that way. I'm back down to 16 right now. I need to thin that out even further because I'm just not riding most of them. And 3 of those, well, 4 of those are in op right now. Well, 5 of them, I guess, are inoperable because 2 of them are literal basket cases. They're torn apart and waiting to be rebuilt. And a couple of the others have got electrical problems. The Silverwing has got, a refurb waiting on it. So a handful of them are not on the road. I've got, 8 on the road, something like that.
And he keeps drooling over bikes in the shop.
Mm-hmm. It's an addiction. It's a disease. 5 seconds on the clock. Got any more jumping in at the last moment? No? Okay. Buzzer. Here we go. Who's going to get the shirt? I hope you're extra large, Bag Chase. I hope you're extra large, sir. You get an extra large.
I can wear this night shirt.
Wear it as a night shirt. Or if he's larger than the shirt, then,
That's a look.
It might be, it could be one of those half shirts.
The belly shirt.
A belly shirt. Get in my belly. Okay. So back to full screen. I'm going to move the camera kind of over here to see the rest of the world. I think I can shut this down now. We're not using these lights anymore. They're just heating up the room. They are LED, but they are putting off a decent amount of heat all by themselves. They're beefy LED. I'm going to make everyone seasick for a moment. I should have done that while we were in the drawing, huh? Oh, well. Oh, well. This is not pro video production. This is screwing around in the living room.
You didn't hire the right cameraman.
We got a mess on the floor that we got to clean up in here. You get to see our dirty laundry and my busted up knees from the cannonball, still swollen. All right.
He's tired, but I'm the one that's been wrenching.
Yeah, he's been wrenching. I've been over here. Let me get the chair out of the way. Here I can move this way. We can get Kevin on camera. Oh, there we go. All right, so you're looking at my back and the screens where all the magic happens. Isn't that fun? So last minute comments. Let's see what we got. We'll shut it down in about 10 or 15 more minutes, 10, 13, whatever that number is, 12 and a half minutes. So yeah, back to the trail. That'll be part of my owner's honest review series that I'll do very soon. I enjoy all the bikes, and I don't really want to get rid of any of them, but realistically, there's some of them that just don't fit my needs or my riding style, and that's just kind of how things go. The trail is a little bit too slow for the kind of commuting that I need to do. Much more so than even the Super Cub. The Super Cub I can use for my commutes because it'll do 65. You're not going to see 65 out of that trail unless you drop it off a cliff. The Navi is far too inefficient from a fuel economy and range standpoint to be feasible for any kind of city commuting that I would need to do. I mean, I didn't get some of his range anxiety on camera. It was hilarious because he drives a Tesla, electric vehicle. So there's a certain amount of range anxiety there because you got to find the right places to fill up. And he was having almost full-on panic attacks riding that Navi that one day that he came down a year or two ago. He's like, dude, that gauge is low. That gauge is, are we going to make it? It's like, are we going to make it? Because you can just watch the needle on that thing go, it goes down fast.
It's like an S10 truck.
0.9 gallons, and it's only getting 75 miles to the gallon. So not great. Not great at all. So anyway, as I turn my back to you all, I feel like an a-hole. But I'm looking at the screen over here. Right here are these comments that I'm reviewing. What Where am I going? What happened to the live feed? Which live feed? The first one died, Glenn. When Heather dropped out moderating, she accidentally hit end stream instead of just closing her browser. So it dropped the first stream, so I had to launch a new stream. You can't reattach. Once the stream is done, it's done. What color would I like to see on future Super Cubs? That's a great question, Trav.
Doesn't matter. You can always make paint it anything you want.
Yeah, that's true. I really like the commemorative color of the 60th edition, the 2019. That the white and blue and red. I think that's a great color. What I really would like to see Honda do with the Super Cub will never happen because the whole 125 thing is due to size limitations in most of the rest of the world, and that's a world bike. What I would like to see happen is Honda bring out a 150 or 185 or 200 cc version of the Super Cub and call it, the Super Duper Cub or whatever. Just something, the Super Cub Touring or something different. But if that bike had about 3 or 4 more horsepower and a 2-gallon tank or 2.5-gallon tank, it would be an absolutely fantastic dream of a little backroad touring bike. Because it already handles great. It's already stupid efficient. It just needs a little bit more poke to get down the highway and not be constantly looking over your shoulder. But again, that's on a mechanical standpoint, not a color standpoint. Color, I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of the black ones that much. I like them. They were okay, but a little too bland. I like the new kind of grayish color. I'd like to see like a different blue similar to the 2019, but I don't know, mix it up a little bit. Not a baby blue, but a dark candy blue. That'd be cool. If you get the gold wing, you have to put your VW Golf. Yeah, running out of garage space, eh? It's a disease. It happens. Trying to catch up. 9:45. We missed one. Let's see. Bag chase got it. All right, trying to catch up. Bob, if I missed you already, I apologize. I'm running through comments late. They pop in a little late. Super Duper Cub. That's right. Or just call it the quasi Cub. Yeah.
Q model.
The QM edition. Bear Cub. The Bear Cub. There you go. At least the Tesla will give you a bit below zero. Yeah. That's right.
Oh yeah, it definitely will.
It'll go a little before zero. Navi, you end up pushing the Navi. I've done that twice. My son did that. He ran it out of gas when he was running around with a friend of his over at my warehouse. They took off with one of the PCXs and the Navi, and they went to get food or something like that. And he ran the Navi dry, or so he thought. He didn't know about the fuel petcock. Modern kids, modern youngsters, they don't know about non-fuel injected machines with the on and reserve. So he thought it was out of gas. They pushed it like a mile or something like that to go to the gas station. And I'm like, dude, you effed up twice there. One, it had a reserve that would have gotten you another 10 miles. Two, I had a fuel can on the side of it. Did you not know what that was? And he's like, ugh. Anyway. Big Mama Bear, you got it. Bear Cub, we got it. Trying to catch up. Exactly. You got it right, Fran. You got it. Who else do we got it? Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, I've been saying it. I've been talking about that the Super Cub Touring Edition for quite a while, and I might actually do it myself if I've got time next year. Adrian is selling me his 2019 Cub that he rode the Cannonball with the trailer, the whole setup. He just doesn't need it anymore, and he was going to sell it private party. And I found out that he was selling it, and I was like, dude, I would have bought it. And he's like, okay, well, fine, I'll sell it to you cheap. So I'm going to get that, and I might strip his down, rebuild the engine with a slightly overbore kit, 143 something. I don't think I would go the 181. That just puts too much stress on other things. But just a little bit more power, and I'll probably put spoke wheels on it. I'll put a rear disc on it, and see if I can figure out a way to shoehorn a bigger fuel tank, either under the seat or with a plumbed in auxiliary tank, and turn it into a long distance touring cub. That'd be fun. So, anybody else? How do I feel about Indian Scout bobbers? I almost bought the Indian Scout bobber instead of the Rebel 1100, but the Scout bobbers have got two inches of suspension on the rear. Two inches. In Houston, you would lose your kidneys, your spine. You'd probably be picking up your nuts off the pavement. We've got massive potholes and pavement ripples out here that would just absolutely destroy your back. So I cannot fathom how anybody could ride around one of those bobbers with 2 inches of rear suspension throw. Ain't happening. My Rebel has only got 3.5 inches of throw or something like that in the back, and it's rough enough. Woo, man. Yep, there he goes. Preston is saying it. It's a beast. Yeah, it's got over 100 horsepower, just over, and it's got a lot of torque. It's beefy. The engine is a peach, but the rest of the chassis and the suspension, I don't know. CT125 tank fit. Oh, that's a good question, Nathan. No, the CT125 has got a wider under seat section, and it's a 1.4 gallon tank. It would be nice if that tank could just shoehorn right into the Cub, but the Cub is narrower. So I'm not really sure how or where to find more space under there. I think the only way that you could do it is to actually widen that section, the rear section behind the seat, or the seat itself underneath, to give you just a little bit more volume in there. But it might be possible to put a longer, deeper tank that's got saddles going down the sides of it, and then you've got dual pickups at the bottom, like a sump essentially. I'm sure I could find another gallon of storage in that thing somewhere. SV650. SV650 is awesome, Fran. I had one for a short time, a long time ago. They're just kind of old tech. They're a little bit heavy. The chassis is not the greatest on them, but the SV650 is actually known as being a great track bike for people that are getting into track racing. They've got real linear power. They're great engines, and with the right suspension tuning, they can be pretty good bikes. They're just old school. I mean, it's literally like a 15-year-old, almost 20-year-old design. They remind me kind of the KLR 650s, but more street oriented. In Dallas, the streets are almost as bad. Yeah. I mean, throughout Texas, but Houston is really bad. And everything down here, just like in Dallas, our highways are concrete. And even the ones that are asphalt, it's asphalt over concrete. And what happens so much with those, the concrete seams, you've got groundwater erosion and stuff that happens down here in the Gulf. So you'll end up with these literal stair steps. They're curbs between pavement sections. And it's okay if it's going down, but it's not always going down. Sometimes you're lipping up on these things. And they're sharp enough that they blow tires. They'll dent your rims. They'll do all kinds of stuff. And you're going 70 miles an hour down the road, not always an option to swerve over to the other lane. So, yeah. 200 Honda Twin Star. Oh, man, that'd be great. Yeah, those the Honda CM200Ts. Those are great. I wanted to pick up a CB 200 that I saw here in the Houston area a while back, but it was a basket case. They had it, like, pictures of it before they tore it apart and put it into crates to work on it, and never worked on it. Oh, goody. Which part goes where? Yep, K-Rock saying the same thing. Twin Stars, yeah. And they rev forever. They've got like a 10 or 11,000 RPM red line on them. They just spin forever. Great. They don't make a lot of power, but it's just linear all the way up. Saddle fuel tanks, you got it. Streaming tomorrow? Might be. Yeah, Todd. We might do the valve clearance on this thing in the morning. And we've got to put the seat tray back in. And Kevin will probably get on the road, I don't know, probably not later than about 10 a.m. We'll see. So if we do a stream, it'll be early in the day because he doesn't want to ride in the heat all the way back up to Austin. It's brutal. It's going to be 104 again tomorrow. Favorite beer? Oh man, done. One word and done. Dos Equis. Oh, turn it the right way. There we go. Dos Equis. It's my standard drink right here. Yeah, and all the roads are under construction forever, and they never finish them. Where are we going? Minnesota roads. Yeah, Nathan, and it's always right after the winter. They'll fix everything, through the summer and the fall, and then winter and all the freeze and everything, and you get all new potholes, or the ones that they fix come right back up. I did a lot of work up in the north when I worked for the trading industry, NASDAQ and stuff like that, and all throughout the northern states. Oh my God, Chicago and Minnesota and everything up there. It's just brutal in the springtime after the thaw because the roads haven't been fixed yet. Ouch. I actually killed 2 rental cars up there, both from, one was Avis, the other one was Alamo, and Alamo didn't have a presence in Minnesota at that time. So when I killed their rental car, they didn't have one to bring me. It was a problem. 350? What are you talking about? Cab 350, Cub 350? What? What kind of 350? What do you have? What are you talking about? Robbie's still on. Hey, Robbie. Considering the amount of tires, DaVinci and the Cubs, not sure more speed would be best. Yeah, and that's why I was talking about there would be things that need to change on it for the touring Cub. Wider wheels are definitely in order for it. So what I might do if I don't sell my Trail 125 is I'm going to pirate parts off of it just as a test. And if it works out, then I'll order those parts, from Partzilla or wherever. And the rear swing arm is one piece that has to come over from the Trail because it's got the boss on it for the rear disc. And I would pull the wheels off of the Cub or the Trail and convert them over to tubeless and put much wider tires on there than the little 80 millimeter wide. That's just nonsense. So they would have to step out to probably about 120 millimeters, I think. I've measured out the clearance. I can get about a 120, almost a 130 in there without running into anything. The brake bar on the Cub is the thing that gets in the way. But if I'm going disc brake, it's not a problem. And I could build another brake torque bar, that kind of curves around the tire, but whatever. So yeah, a wider tire with more cross section to it, front and rear, and then you don't have all the load of the bike being put on a tiny little contact patch that's literally the width of your thumb or narrower, burning through that center stripe of the tire. So up by daylight, cool. All right, time to go, Fran. I'll catch you all later. It's 10:02. I'm going to shut it down as well. 6 old gems, rust free out of a barn. Dude, send me an email, Joker. I'm serious, man. I've been wanting to get into doing some classic bike restos. I've got 2 of them already that need to be done, but I'm looking for some of the CBs and stuff like that. So either jump on my Discord server or shoot me an email at quasimotard@gmail.com. I'd love to hear about those. That'd be cool. Yeah, Chicago, man. I'm telling you, those roads suck. Lears. Okay, cool. If we do that in the morning, I'll put up the live stream notice 30 minutes or so, maybe an hour before we start the process. And I'll rearrange my cameras, or we'll rearrange the scoot to where we can get everybody in, top down, looking at what we're doing. Just past 5,000 miles. Cool. Yeah, it's just about time. It was due at 4,000, right? I think something like that. CB 350. Cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome. 74. Nice. No, Conrad, the Rebel is still at the shop. It's a dead stick. They did the reset on the DCT and it made it worse. Now the thing will not go into gear and they don't know what's wrong with it. They've contacted Honda. Honda has given them some troubleshooting advice. They're going to try to figure it out. We'll know more on Tuesday when the shop reopens. Hopefully they find an easy fix for it. If it's parts and they've got to tear into it, I'll let them fix it under warranty, and then I'm probably going to sell it or trade it, do something, because It's not that I don't trust the shop to do the job right, but oftentimes once they get that deep into an engine or transmission, it's never quite the same. You end up with leaks, you end up with problems, this or that, whatever. I'd much rather just get rid of it and pawn that problem off on somebody else. We'll find out. Night, Todd. Did I ever write a CBX? Yes, the CBX 1300, whatever it is, the 6-cylinder. Yeah, it sounds like an F1 engine on a motorcycle. It's insane. It's the one that I rode had carburetor sync issues, and it was very much a light switch. It did not have a smooth throttle take up at all. It was not quite there, and then you're about to fly off the back of the bike. It was a little hard to ride, and it's very wide, very heavy. Night, Joseph. Thanks for tuning in. Vespas. I've never owned a Vespa. I like the new GTSs, but they're really expensive, and I don't think I would ever spend that much money on one. Over $10,000, $12,000. No. First bike was a 73 CB. Nice. Cool. Rebel 1100 problems like Birch. Yeah, we're both having problems, and I think it's because it was first year model 21s. So there were some teething problems, and I kind of knew that, and that's why I got the 5-year extended warranty on it. So, all right, cool. I don't see any more comments that I missed. Lears wants to see our valve adjust if we do that in the morning, so we'll let you know. Cool, everybody. There's still 50 of us in here. I don't think there's 50 talking. Hopefully, not everybody fell asleep. But thanks for tuning in. We're just wrenching and goofing and having fun, hanging out. Maybe we'll do it again in the morning. So have a good night, all.